Hey there guys, Fabian here with another review. Finally, it's been a while since I've done a Marvel Infinite Series review. This is on the second to last figure of the first wave. This is the Grim Reaper. Now, for some reason, this guy right here just decided to pop in and say hello to you guys. So, if you guys could just say hello back to him, he'd probably leave. Okay, now he's leaving. So, thank you. Thank you guys for saying hello to him. Now that we have that out of the way, yes, Grim Reaper. Very, very unique character in its own right. Don't know much about him, but we don't have one of these in the Marvel Universe action figure line. So, it's good to finally have non-redone figures or repeated figures like the Captain America, the Iron Man, and the Hulk. Although, you know, the body mold has been reused, the figure has not been done before. So, take a look at the packaging. Let me just move this back just a little. Move it up now. We have Grim Reaper at the bottom. Marvel's Grim Reaper. Ages 4 and up. The Marvel Infinite. You guys can't see it, but, you know, the basic Marvel Infinite Series logo. Big blister. You can see the figure very fine. I guess the big blister itself is a good idea, so you can take a look at the figures before you buy them. Because there's certain people that don't like scratches or paint misapplications on the figure. So you get a very, very big very big look at the figure before buying it. You have the other figures on the line. You have the Grim Reaper himself. And you have the bio and the name again. So yeah, now that we have taken a look at the packaging, let me see, probably won't be able to get it all to one. But yeah, now that we have taken a look at the packaging, let's open this guy up. So stick with me guys, just one sec. Alright, so here we have the Grim Reaper out of package. Now, initial thoughts. Now that I have him out of package and having the opportunity to mess around with him, moving around, pose him, I'm not, you know, too excited to move this figure around as much. Simply because the cape kind of, like, I'm probably the only one that has this issue, but the cape, like, kind of makes it harder for me to pose. So I have to take the cape off and then find a good pose and then put the cape back on. So for me, the cape is a little nuisance. It's a little nuisance to me. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, the figure is decent itself. It did have some problems, but we'll get into that once we begin the review on this guy. So let's move this over to the side just a bit, and let's get to the review. I'm going to start off with the paint applications. The paint itself it's very, very simplistic. It's a simple black with let me see, very, very blue shade, I want to say, with some blue shading. Looking, man, you guys really can't see this, so let me lay him down real quick because I won't be able to stand him up. And then let me get some lighting on this. Let me get some more lighting onto this, because I'm sorry, that's like pretty awkward, I guess. But yeah, let me. Almost done. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that'll do some magic to it. Let me focus. You guys probably can't see this, but yeah, there's some blue shading onto it. Basic black overcoat, and then with some blue shading, and then you have the white skull, very Punisher-esque, but not Punisher. And then you have a very simple purple in the back. For his scythe, it's silver, and then on his I don't know what this would be called, but his arm add-on thing, I don't know what it is. It's gray with black stripes. So for coloring, very simplistic coloring. Nothing way too extravagant. Nothing special, but very decent and very, I guess, the more simplistic the coloring is, the more decent the figure is to me. Like, you don't have to go way too far into the coloring. You just have to have it down. I'd rather have a simplistic painting than extravagant, messed up painting. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's the way I see it. The head sculpt, very very nice head sculpt. Very bad guy-esque with the grin. And then you have these things off to the side, which are pretty cool. Very very cool head sculpt. I'm not gonna take anything away from the head sculpt. The head sculpt is amazing. The cape is removable, so let's take it off. And then, there we go. Removing the cape, the neck is not too long. The neck is decent, so you can have this figure without the cape, and it still look like a good figure. It's very, I would say this figure is a very good figure to use on customs if you're gonna customize. But if you can find it, it's a decent figure to customize with. Although the cape itself, if you want to have a good Grim Reaper, you have to have the cape with it. So for the articulation, head moves very very well up and looks very very well down. Let's start off with the hands. Ball jointed shoulder, rotates, moves up and down. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, wrist swivel, ab crunch, rotates, waist rotates as well. The T-jointed legs go very far out. Yep, and it goes completely off. That's another thing I have a problem with. The right leg tends to fall off a lot. I don't know if it's this body mold, but I don't think these legs go with the mold. I think the legs are too fat, or at least this part of the leg is. Upper thigh swivel, the double jointed knees, calf rotation, ankle rotates in a weird esque 360. It also moves up and down and has a pivot. So yeah, one thing another piece of articulation I wish this figure had. I wish that this part would rotate. I don't know if it does, and mine is just stuck. But trying to pose this figure is kind of awkward. And as you can see, my scythe is kind of warped. But trying to pose this figure is a little awkward because you have to pose it to the point where it looks decent enough. Because the scythe is in a weird way. it just looks a little awkward when I try posing him. But you can get some very decent poses with this figure if you really want to. Uh, you can add this to your Avengers villains. I believe he's an Avenger villain. Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am. I don't know much about him. I've read of him in the encyclopedia, but I haven't looked into the encyclopedia in a while, so I don't know much about him. I do know he died and was a part of the Undead Army or something like that. But yeah, aside from that, I don't know much about him. Let's get back into the cape. So yeah, guys, let's see. Let me pose him real quick, and then we'll be right back.